You've booked a trip to Disney World. How exciting! But now it's time to plan what you're going to do while you're there, and let's face it, sometimes the planning part can be a little bit stressful and overwhelming if you're not sure what to expect, especially at a big place like Disney World. And you're spending a lot of money on your Disney World vacation, so you definitely want to get the most out of your trip. From lightning lanes to dining reservations, mobile food ordering, room check-in, there's a lot to it, and sometimes Disney can be a little bit challenging to navigate. But the one tool that'll help make the most out of your vacation is right here in the palm of your hand, and it's the My Disney Experience app. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through the app, show you some of the app's functionality so you'll be better prepared for your trip. Now the one area I won't go into detail on in this video is about Genie Plus. I'm not in the parks today, so it'll be really hard for me to show you how Genie Plus truly works. But there are some great content creators out there who help me plan when I go to Disney World, and I love to watch their videos, and one of them I would highly recommend is the Mammoth Club. They do a great job at explaining the Genie Plus system because it can be pretty complicated. There's a lot of layers to it, so I would highly recommend checking them out if you're interested in booking Genie Plus or using lightning lanes when you're there during your trip. So let's get started and take a look at the app. So the first thing you'll want to do is make sure you have the Walt Disney World My Disney Experience app downloaded onto your phone, and when you open the app, you'll sign into your account. So once you're logged into the app, the first page you'll see is just a welcome page, and this is just going to have a quick overview of the park hours, videos about virtual queues, lightning lanes, and it'll also have some other information on app features and park activities. So the first thing we're going to do is go to the bottom buttons and click on the second one from the left. This will open up your map, and it'll usually default to the Magic Kingdom and will also default to the park wait times. From here, you can use your fingers to scroll around the park and zoom in and out for more specific areas that you'd like to look at. Now, when you're at the parks, it should default to the park you're in, but it doesn't always do that. So changing the parks is pretty easy. We're going to go up here to the left and we're going to click on Filter, and this is going to open another screen that'll allow us to select the correct park. Let's choose Epcot. As you can see, it'll switch to the park you selected, and then you can review wait times at that park. Now this map isn't only for wait times. If you click the down arrow next to the word wait times at the top, it'll pull up a menu of other options. For fun, let's select characters. Once again, the default is to zoom out, but you can zoom in until you see these little Mickey-shaped heads with white bubbles. Those are your character meet and greet spots. And when you click on them, it will pull up the character you're meeting at that location. Now the cool part about this is that you can click on the character's name and it'll show you the times the character is expected to be meeting people that day. Not every character meets all day long, so you definitely want to check that out. For instance, let's scroll over to the Imagination Pavilion and take a look at the newest meet and greet, Figment. As you can see, Figment's hours are much different from Anna and Elsa. He only meets from 9 a.m. to 12:30 with breaks in between, and then from 1:45 to 3:45. So this will be a great tool to help you prioritize characters and know when they are meeting guests. Now let's talk about dining. For this, I'm going to filter back to the Magic Kingdom Park. After it switches to the Magic Kingdom map, I'm going to zoom in onto Main Street because I want to show you a few different icon options. The first is an icon you're going to see here on the left that looks like a small mobile phone. This is the location that allows mobile ordering. So from here you can click Begin Order and it'll take you to a screen where you can select your arrival window. This is a great way to plan ahead so your food is ready when you want to eat. Now on really crowded days, you might not see an option for a mobile ordering time at the time that you want to eat. So if that's the case, you can either select the time they give, or you can simply do walk-up ordering when you get directly to the location. Another option you're going to see is the little fork and knife icon. If you click that, it's going to tell you the name of that location, and you can click on the name and it'll allow you to scroll down through to see what times they're open, their hours. You can even click on the menu so you can take a look and see what options they have. Now you can't do mobile ordering for these locations, but you can look at the menu and it can give you an idea of the options that you'll have when you go there. Now another option that I want to show you is up here at Cinderella's Castle. So this is the Cinderella Royal Table. Now, not every restaurant offers this option, but some of them might. So if there's a table service restaurant that has a join the walk-up waiting list on the day that you're in the park, you can click on the list and it'll bring up any times and options that are currently available. It's not going to let me show it for this video because I'm not physically in the park, so you have to be pretty close to the location in order to join the list. Now let's take a look at the entertainment option here in the park. It will work the same as the wait times, the characters, the dining. So you'll just go up back to the top. We're going to select entertainment. And then we're going to zoom in to see the options. So here you'll be able to click to see the show times for things like the parades, the fireworks shows, and any special entertainment options. I also just wanted to point out real quick that not all character meet and greets are listed under characters. Sometimes you'll find them under the entertainment. I know, it's confusing. But here you'll see there's a Winnie the Pooh and Tigger meet and greet, and if you click on it, you'll be able to see the times they're expected to come out. So be sure to check both the characters and the entertainment offerings when you're in the parks, so you won't miss out on anything that you'd like to see on your vacation. Okay, now let's scroll over to take a look at the Festival of Fantasy Parade that kicks off over here in Frontierland. So this is a parade that's part of the Genie Plus system, so you can book a lightning lane for it if you'd like. And that doesn't mean you can't see it if you don't have a lightning lane, it just means there's a special area in the park that they reserve for the lightning lane, so you get a better view of the parade. So I don't have Genie Plus today, obviously, but I did want to show you that if the parade is something that you want to see, you can still click on it and add it to your plans. But all you would do here is select the date, hit the time, and it'll save it to your plans. It's just a free feature that helps track things that you want to do in the parks. Now let's go back down to the bottom and click this plus sign in the middle of your button bar. So this is just another way to get to some of the items that we just talked about, like mobile food ordering, dining availability, merchandise checkout, and more. And with dining, you'll be able to select the number of guests in your party, the date you're looking for, the time of day that you want to eat, and then it's going to pull up a list of all the dining reservations that are available for that date and time. Now the default here is going to show all the dining reservations available in all of Walt Disney World, and they will be shown alphabetically. So you can scroll through everything if maybe you are unsure where you want to eat and just want to see what's available. But if you are looking for a specific area to the park, you can filter the list by going back to the top and clicking on the filter. And from here, you can select the area that you're interested in. So we'll go ahead and choose Animal Kingdom. And then you can see all of the options that are in the Animal Kingdom area. This includes parks and resorts. So if you'd want to book, then you just select the time that's shown and then walk through the booking process. Now again, I'm not logged in because I'm not there today, but the process is pretty simple. Well, you'll just go through and they will require a credit card reservations to go ahead and hold that dining reservation for you. Now let's take a look at the mobile merchandise checkout. So this feature is an absolute lifesaver, especially on a busy day because merchandise locations can get quite a long line. So you'll see a list here of all the shops that offer mobile checkout, but when you're in the park, it typically will default to the location that you're at. Now again, I'm not there right now, so I won't be able to show you the complete functionality of this, but it'll open a window for you to scan your items and then you'll just put it in your cart. And then when you're all finished shopping, you'll just check out and pay directly on the app, and then you'll take that app over to the cast member to show them your receipt and pick up your bag. It is super easy and one of my absolute favorite features because you can get in and out of those merchandise locations without any wait. Okay, so now we're going to take a look at another way you can view the information and navigate the parks, and that's all the way over to the right to these three little lines that you see down at the bottom. Now this is going to bring up a screen that's going to include your tip board and other options, which we'll go through here in a minute. So if you're going to purchase Genie Plus, this is where you're going to go when you're at Disney World. You'll click right here in the middle where it talks about Genie Plus, and then it's going to pull up a list of services that are offered for that day. And here's where you can select the park, you can see the pricing for the day for all the parks, or if you have a park hopper ticket, it'll also allow you to purchase it for multiple parks. Again, we're not breaking down Genie Plus too much in this video, but I just wanted you to know that this is where you'd go to buy it if you're interested.
So let's take a deeper look at the tip board, because this is really where you'll probably spend the most time in your app. While it should default to the park you're in, it might not always do that, but at the top here, you'll notice that you'll have an option to change the park if that's not the correct park that you're in. So we'll just leave it at Magic Kingdom for now. But you'll see on this main page, it'll allow you to scroll through all of the attractions and shows that are offered at the parks. We can see what the current wait times are. We can see when the next Genie Plus Lightning Lane is available to book. And it'll also show you which ride will have a virtual queue line, or if any rides are available for individual Lightning Lane purchase. So if you see standby line not currently offered, this could mean a couple of different things. One, I'm doing the screen recording before the park opens to day guests today, but while you're in the park, it could mean that the ride is temporarily closed or that it's closed for the day. So if you have any questions on whether the ride will be operational, you can always see a member of guest services and they'd be happy to help you out. Now, if there's a ride that you really want to ride, but it has a long wait and you don't want to wait for it, you can also click the ride name and the Genie system will give you a forecasted wait time. So this is where you can just see the time of day that the Genie system thinks should have the lowest wait times or the projected highest wait times, so you can kind of plan your day accordingly. It will also tell you the height requirements and even show you accessibility information if you scroll down a little bit further, so it's a nice feature. So the tipboard area also has dining, so we'll just click on the dining tab. Then you'll be able to see a list of all the restaurants that are offered in the park. So this works exactly like the other functions that we talked about where you could book dining or place mobile orders. It's just kind of all consolidated more into one place. So there's many ways to get to the same thing here in the app.
Now let's take a quick look at Disney Photo Pass. So this is an option for some augmented reality photos that are included when you purchase Genie Plus. So when you first sign in, it's just going to ask you to accept the conditions, and then it's going to give you a little tour of how it works. And then at the bottom, you'll be able to select the lens. Now, it's not going to let me use it here because I don't have Genie Plus, but you'll be able to use the lenses kind of similar to like Snapchat if you're familiar with that. And then once you take the photos, you can save images to your phone. So it's just a fun little tool in the parks. Now let's take a quick look at My Genie Day. To get to this area, you can either go to here to the landing page, or when you're on your tip board already, you can simply click on My Day up here in the top right. Now again, I'm not going to have a lot going on in my planner right now because I don't have any trips booked at the moment, but if you did, you'd be able to see a list of all the things that you've added to your calendar, your resort information, your dining information, anything that you've made in terms of reservations, they'll be usually shown right here. So the next thing is tickets and passes. If you book directly with Disney, you'll probably see your linked tickets here already, but otherwise you'll be able to use your reservation number or your confirmation number to link up your park passes, hotel reservations, dining reservations, and things like that here. Now let's take a quick look here at My Queues. This is where you're going to be able to see any virtual queues that you've joined throughout the day. Now you can always see these through your tip board for whatever park that you're in, but here it's going to also just kind of show you an overview of the queues that are available at each park, and it will show you what boarding groups that they're currently boarding. So let's say for instance on Guardians you have boarding group 100. You can check it out here and you're going to see now boarding groups 63 to 71. Okay, and the next feature here is My Orders. So this is your mobile ordering feature. Again, it's going to function very similarly to the options that we've already seen, either through your map or through the plus sign down in the middle, or you can just come here and select the location that you want to dine at and click the order button, and then you'll be able to scroll through and see the menus and click and add them to your cart. So how mobile order works is you're going to put the food in your cart, then you're going to pay and check out in the app. Then when it's time, let's say you have a window from 1 to 1:30, you're going to go to that location, open your app and click I'm here, prepare my order. They'll start working on your order. So it's just kind of a way to reserve and prepay for your food so you don't have to stand in the long lines. Next, let's take a look here at the Disney Photo Pass. So this is where if you purchase the Photo Pass, the park photographers all around the park, they're going to scan your Magic Band or your phone after you take the photos, and they're going to land here in this page. And as you can see, we have a few photos here from our last trip that have the watermarks on them, and that's just because we didn't pay for the package, but that is always an option. If you did, you would simply click your photos, and then they wouldn't have the watermark on them. You can download the prints and save it right to your phone. Now another feature here is the Resort Hotel button. Now since we don't have anything booked, there's nothing to really show you on this one, but it's going to show you everything about your resort. So you're going to have location maps, dining, and entertainment options at your resort, and this is where you can do your mobile check-in for your resort as well. The next button here just goes over the park hours and information, and here it's pretty easy to use. You just select your day, and then you can scroll down through and you can see the park hours for that day, the hours for early entry, and now park hopping is available all day long because they've lifted the restrictions, so that's a new feature. Also down here at the bottom, you're going to see anything that's under refurbishment for that day. So it'll help you know, like if there's a ride that you really wanted to ride and it's in the refurbishment list, then you won't be able to check it out that day. Okay, this next one is the Play Disney Parks. Now this does require a separate app, and I don't have that installed on my phone, but it's a pretty fun way to just interact with different things in the park. There's some little games and stuff in there to keep you entertained while you're in the queue. If you're in Galaxy's Edge, there's a special like data pad that you can use back in there to help unlock some codes and play some games while you're walking around the park. So it's kind of fun. You should check it out. Okay, now let's scroll all the way down here to the bottom and check out the cast compliments. So if you're on your vacation and there's a cast member that just really made your day or did something magical for you, give them a compliment. And this is how you're going to do it. You'll just go down here and you'll select the option of what they did. Then you're going to select the park. It's going to ask you the location, whether it's an attraction or dining location. And then you can put the cast member's name, and that'll be on their name tag. And where their hometown is listed, that's also on their name tag, and the date of your interaction. So once you fill that out, you just hit submit, and that just gives them a nice compliment, and they find out about that. So it's a nice way to recognize them for everything that they do to help your vacation. Another great feature down here is the car locator. Now, parking lots at Disney are huge. So if you're driving your own car into the parking lot, this is a great way to just tag where your vehicle is located. You'll see here that it's pulling up that I'm too far away because I'm not in the park, but I can still manually select it. I can pretend I'm at Epcot in the E parking lot. I can select the row, and then I can just scroll down to the bottom and save that in there. And so that's going to happen, at the end of the day then when I can't remember where my car is maybe. I can just go here and I can take a look and see, where I parked the car. So that's a nice feature. This is also the area down here where you'll be able to find information about healthcare services. So sometimes, you might get sick or injured when you're there. All the parks do have a first aid station inside, but you can also come here to the app and you can scroll down and give you some information on where you might be able to find some assistance while you're at the park. There's also information down here if you have maybe a disability that you need some help with, your disability access pass. There's also information for renting ECVs and wheelchairs, so it's just a helpful spot to come into the app.
Okay friends, I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, would you do us a favor and hit the like button and give this video a big thumbs up? Also go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you're interested in other travel videos. We hope you have a wonderful time on your Disney vacation. Until next time.